Welcome to Very Vegan with Terry. I'm Terry. I am so glad you're here. Welcome back. Welcome if you are new. Today we're going to be making a delicious breakfast. It's blueberry muffins. My husband loves these muffins. He could eat them for a snack. He can eat them for dessert. They're also really good for breakfast. So let's get started. Okay, we are starting with 8 ounces of pitted dates. If you're using the smaller dates, it's about 20. If you're using the larger dates, they're about 12. 1 1/4 cup of milk. And those are just gonna soak until I'm ready to add them to everything else. I've got 1.5 cups of oat flour. I have 3/4 cup of millet, which I have ground into a flour. Millet is a very hard grain. It's almost like quinoa in size. It's very hard. It makes gives things a nice little crunch. So when you grind it up into a flour, you also get that little crunch without it being really hard. Best way I can think of to describe it. So 3/4 cup of millet flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cardamom. Cardamom is a spice. It's almost like cinnamon. In fact, if you can't find cardamom, you can also use 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. I will put that in the instructions below. I will also put a link to where you can buy cardamom, as this is actually what the recipe calls for. So add that to our flour. And now I'm going to blend the dates with the milk until everything's nice and well blended. Okay, that's nice and blended. So we're going to dump that into, pour that into our flour mixture. Get that mixed up. Next, we're going to add 3/4 cup of applesauce, unsweetened applesauce. Actually, yeah, 3/4 cup of unsweetened applesauce, along with a teaspoon of lemon zest. Lemon zest is when you take a microplane grater along the outside of a lemon. You can also buy lemon zest as a spice. I'll put a link below to a way you can buy lemon zest already zested. So we're just going to add that and get this mixed in well again. Next, we're going to fold in 1 cup of fresh blueberries. You can also use frozen, depending on what time of year you make these, what you have on hand. I happen to see blueberries on sale at the grocery store, so I'm using fresh, but frozen works too. You want to gently fold in the blueberries, because if they pop, your batter will turn purple. And you know, you can probably tell I love the color purple. I don't want it in my muffins though. We're gonna put this into our lined cupcake pan, muffin pan, whatever you want to call these things. And these are gonna get filled probably pretty close to the top. It's gonna make 12. You just want to kind of get them as even as you can. Okay, next we have 1/2 cup of fresh blueberries. You can again also use frozen, and you want to just put a couple on the top of each muffin. Just kind of press them in a little bit so they kind of sink in. Okay. These are going to go into a 350-degree oven for 25 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to be notified of future videos. Thank you. Have a great day, and may you know the love of Jesus Christ.